this game wide open. Guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things up. A 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Using his feet to buy time. On the move at the 30. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed near the marker is Anderson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Tigers are flying down the field. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's so difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up. This Husker running attack will hit you from all angles. You never know who's going to get it next. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get...
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Now sliding to his left. He's going to take off. Snags it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Dead center perfect. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Mills. A a quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Huskers in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Quarterback may change this route. Off play action on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Got a man. It's Moore. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. To the air, it's Hurley. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And that big, bad Husker front just keeps wreaking havoc in the backfield.
I mean, that's what you want. You want the defensive line to dominate the football game. You don't want to...
There he goes. And they swarm him under.
And offenses will gash you if you don't find a way to mess up the communication. When they run the read option, you got to do a good job of changing the looks, sometimes being aggressive and blitzing, sometimes sitting back so that quarterback doesn't know what he's getting. He knows what he's getting here, and that's why he gets the good gain and chews up all that yardage.
LSU trying to convert a fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The give on the inside. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
To the air, it's Raiola. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not throwing from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your fundamentals are in check. And that time, quarterback just got a little bit out of whack, and that affected the accuracy.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks and get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. A little screen to the running back. Turning it on. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now on second down. Quick release on the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Music City Bowl that would have social media buzzing. And through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that's the case. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Music City Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Now he's going to throw it all the way back across the field. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team?
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Hurley. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for room, it's Hansen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. He splits the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, I'm still happy to get the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, give on the inside. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because
Brings into the open. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Gives it on the option. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to pass, it's Hurley. And a big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. That's caught. It's McMillan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to throw, it's Hurley. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On the ground, it's Hansen. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. From the gun. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Huskers headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hansen. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers have this offense rolling. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Blasted as he lets it go. Right on the money. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Makes a connection. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hurley. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Snowed under by the defense. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Absolutely perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He'll pull it on the read. He's out past the 35. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. He'll run it again. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Trying play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise that the O-line gets called for holding. Completes it in the middle. Jumped on top of the pile. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. From the gun, the running back has it. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! And the stomping has commenced. Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like, have it, what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be knocked down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Hurley. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your 2nd guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man. Gets
it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Here comes the heat. The screen, he can go. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments and big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.